This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, The Social Changes from Coronavirus. I have found the social changes resulting from the coronavirus to be fascinating. Most people appear to be staying home, minding their own business, and avoiding human contact either by choice or forced to do so by government regulations. As evidence, there is a groundswell in home improvement projects. Just ask the hardware superstores whose profits are soaring. Other people are learning new cooking recipes, surfing the internet, playing computer games, and watching a ton of television. My brother-in-law tackled a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle while sipping on some rather fine bourbon, and others are getting caught up on their reading. There are even fewer cars on the road, at least down here in Florida. Life has definitely changed since the panic began, and the social ramifications are eye-opening. The people who were asked to work from home or have been furloughed are bored, frustrated, and chomping on the bit to get back to work. When our doors finally reopen, we will likely witness a productivity boom, the likes of which we haven't seen since World War II. Likewise, children are restless and want to return to school. It's interesting to watch Americans react to the shutdown. No, this is certainly not a vacation or holiday, as people are sensitive to their ability to generate income and have become rather restless. One area I find particularly noticeable in neighborhoods is the need for human interaction. First, I have never seen so many people walking or bicycling around the neighborhood, be it alone, as a couple, or with kids and pets. I didn't realize how many dogs there were in my neighborhood. I also see people walking around who I haven't seen in a number of years, and frankly, I thought they had moved out of the neighborhood. Most interesting is how people do not hesitate to stop and talk with their neighbors, usually at the end of a driveway or in a front yard. The virus has caused us to become more neighborly, to ask about each other, if everything is okay, and to lend a helping hand when necessary. Kindness and consideration seems to be the order of the day, and a renewed sense of neighborly responsibility. Since the restaurants and bars are closed, we are seeing people get together, not in large parties, but simple get-togethers to talk and even play cards. Maybe bridge and pinochle will finally make a comeback. Needless to say, the consumption of alcohol has increased, and the stores are doing brisk business. People may not be able to get a drink at night, but if government regulators ever close liquor stores, there would doubtless be an open rebellion. This phenomenon of neighbors becoming reacquainted with their neighbors is healthy for communities, as Americans do better when they pull together in times of crisis. This reminds me of the classic 1941 Frank Capra movie Meet John Doe, starring Gary Cooper and Barbara Stanwyck, whereby Cooper's character goes on the radio to promote the concept of love thy neighbor. This results in a social movement whereby people renew friendships. with their neighbors and help one another. This becomes the basis for forming John Doe clubs across the nation. It's an entertaining film with an important message. It's also vintage Capra. Yes, I am aware we are supposed to practice social distancing, and I believe my neighbors understand this. I just find it interesting how the virus has forced people out of hiding and caused them to think about their neighbors, to lend a hand, to pick up and deliver supplies, or just some small menial task. It is refreshing to watch. Maybe there is a silver lining to this panic after all. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.